So I fell in love with clay the first time I touched clay, and I knew I wanted to try it for the longest time. Finally, when I was able to take a night class after graduating from college, I knew this is it for life. This is what I want to do. This is my medium. I somehow have gotten away with being able to do it for a very long time. I started out as a potter. I still make pots, and I make sculpture as well, all different things in clay. After I'd done pottery for a long time, I started to feel a little burned out, so I decided I'm going to try sculpture. And that kind of sparked my imagination even more. But I like to alternate back and forth between the two. I'm going to use a rolling pin and continue to get this thinner. If you have the clay too thick, it can't dry, and then it wants to explode in the kiln. Everything that I do is related to nature, so the pottery is more about flowers blooming, a flower shape becomes a vase. And then the sculpture has more of an environmental theme. It has a little more foreboding to it. Choose my textures. From here I have little computer parts that work nicely. Press them in. I also made these stamps that aren't even fired at all, and they're bone dry, and they work as well, so you don't even have to fire them to make them work. Here you can push the man versus nature theme, because I don't want to press out the textures. If I press hard on top, I might flatten out the textures that I've already done. So this gives it a little bit of gentle handling for the other side. Now I'm going to press on the other side, press in textures. Computer parts. Going to have 3 petals on this flower, simple flower shape. So first I'm going to make a little pattern so I can cut out 3 petals that are around the same size. Here's my pattern of clay, and then I'm going to cut this shape. The textures did not disappear. They're still on the back side. So I'm going to put this on here, choose which side I like the best, and I'm going to let it dry, stiffen up. Okay, these are stiffer. They're not floppy and wet, so they're a little easier to work with for combining to make into the flower. I'm going to crosshatch and add vinegar. In this case, vinegar works better for this particular clay than water. So you can see I have some nice muddy clay there for the joint. Then I press it together. Now I need some support, so I'm going to use the water pail for support. Here's my third piece. Now I'm going to use whatever I can find to prop it up and let it stiffen up. So I knew I always wanted to be an artist, but after touching clay, it became the thing that I wanted to do. And it's kind of like an addiction, I have to say. That it's almost like I have no choice. I don't know what else I would ever want to do or could do. Although being self-employed, it does involve a lot of different skills, and I'm capable of doing a lot of different things. From display to promotion. But I'm happiest when I'm actually making things with clay. And I care that I say something that's worthwhile, so that it's not just me working alone doing clay. It's something that is meaningful to other people as well. It's a very enjoyable way to live. And, to increase my imagination, to constantly try to challenge myself to do better work, which even as I'm older, I still think I can do better and better work. What better way could there be to live, to be living in the present and enjoying what you're doing?